What's going on, guys? Max here, and I'm back with another video. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how you can start making great handheld shots without using a stabilizer or a tripod. Coming up. So welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to click the red subscribe button to not miss out on any of my uploads. If you guys enjoy this type of video, I upload them every single Friday, so be sure not to miss them. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how you can create nice handheld smooth shots. So I'm going to be teaching you guys pretty much tips and tricks that I actually started to implement in my videos to make the smooth cinematic shots that I do. For instance, if you guys know my vlogs, the cinematic opening scene that I do for my vlogs, I use all of the tips that I'm going to be showing you guys in this video to do these. These can apply to people who are beginners, don't have the money to buy stabilization equipment like a Move, like a handheld for $100. They just don't want to spend money on stabilization yet. These are some quick and awesome tricks that you can start implementing. These can also be useful for those people that already have like things like expensive equipment, but for instance, a scenario you forgot the equipment. These are tricks that you can use on a shoot if you forgot your expensive equipment, or if you are going on like a mountain or something, or somewhere that's just not a comfortable situation to bring like a big stabilizer. These are just quick on the go things that you can implement just in case something happens to your stabilizations. At least you have something to back that up with. Okay, so the first type of stabilization that I'm going to be showing you guys today is pretty much the 2-axis gimbal. So if you guys have ever seen like a drone before that has a 2-axis gimbal, or if you've seen a stabilization system that has a 2-axis gimbal, essentially your hands and anything extra can be used, considered as a gimbal. So the first thing is the 2-axis gimbal. That is when you hold a camera with 2 hands. Remember, don't hold your camera with 1 hand. Actually, you're probably wondering, obviously not, but there are actually people that hold their cameras like this, sideways. They just hold their camera like this because they feel like that's comfortable this way. This is the most unstabilized way that you can hold your camera, so make sure to always hold with 2 hands. 1 hand is obviously going to go on the grip section of the camera, and then the other hand is going to wrap around the lens. So like this, wrap around the lens. The next step is to bring the camera as close to your chest as possible. The reason for that is when you have it extended all the way, you tend to shake more. And I want to tell you why. The reason you shake more is because when you're extended all the way, you are using more muscle to try to hold up the camera than actually use muscle to stabilize. So when the camera is closer to your chest, you don't have to worry about like holding it. Like it's so easy to hold it. It's this close to you. All you have to worry about is just using the muscles to actually hold it still in place. And it's way smoother and easier to do it closer to your chest instead of extended. This is just a quick thing that you could do if you're just trying to quickly film something. Just grab the camera like this, bring it as close as you can, and just pan around. It's a really quick and easy trick that I use in all of my cinematic shots. So the second one is like a 3-axis gimbal. Instead of just having your camera with 1 hand on the body, the other hand on the lens, you're actually adding a 3rd axis. So what you're doing is you're gonna want to grab yourself a neck strap. With that neck strap, obviously you're gonna put it around your neck, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna pretty much extend the camera and create this nice pressure point like this, create tension between your neck and the camera, and then you pretty much hold it the same way you did last time on the body and on the lens of the camera. Extend, push out, and this is by far the most stabilized you will get. Such a good stabilization. Don't just put the neck strap like this and just loosely hold it. The point is, so pretty much better explanation, do this and push with the camera. That is pretty much what I'm trying to do. Create an axis, like a tension. So when you're holding it like this, create a strong tension. So pretty much it's gonna look like as if it's like a string for like a guitar. You're pretty much having a really hard tension, and this is pretty much creating really amazing and great stabilization. This is what I use pretty much for all of my every single cinematic shot that you've seen so far on YouTube. It's really nice. I'm surprised I never knew about it. It's such a big and important thing that everybody needs to start using this. Even if you have expensive equipment, this is such a good trick that honestly I don't know how I recorded videos without it before. Now the last point is probably one of the things that I don't know, I've seen nobody really implement this before in their video. This is something that I started to use, and that is something that is very weird, and that's breathing. Breathing isn't something you would think that you would use in photography or film, but just breathing, how is breathing gonna make me more stable? If you've ever seen like a sniper or like a guy is just trying to stay still and quiet, you usually stop breathing. So you inhale as much air as you can. So do the same thing you were doing before, put the axis gimbal, hold with 2 hands, hold your breath, and essentially with your breath, hold your breath, all of the shakes that your body does, your body just doesn't make shakes at all. So yes, the camera strap is going to prevent your camera from jittering up and down. Your hands are going to prevent your camera shaking side to side. Breathing is just going to take away that sort of, that shake that is impossible to get rid of. It's like that small little jitter that you get, that usually the only way that you get it is literally because you're breathing. So just don't breathe when you're doing, obviously breathe. I mean, like, hold your breath for maybe like 10-15 seconds. Hold your breath for a minute because I don't want you to pass out, but hold your breath because it helps a lot. It's something that I started to do myself. I've been doing that the whole time. I remember even years and years ago when I wasn't even thinking of becoming a video producer, I used to take photos and I would actually just start breathing. I would hold my breath and I would take photos, and it actually stabilized my pictures. Another easy thing, obviously, other than proper stabilizations, is to get a stabilized lens. So now you know that you're able to have a 3-axis gimbal, hold the camera with 2 hands, bring it as close to your chest. If you have a camera strap, put it around your neck, push. You have 3 axis points, then hold your breath to release and stop that small little jitter that you get. And then you could also go post-production and add warp stabilizer. So how you add warp stabilizer is you go to the effects panel, you drag the effects panel onto your footage, and you let the footage render out, and eventually when it renders out, it will just be stable. Also, one thing to know, if you're slowing down footage and you just put warp stabilizer over top, it'll say not able to because the video isn't at 100%. So what you can do is just go right click on the video, click nest, and now you're able to put warp stabilizer on any speed of a video. So even if the video is at 25% speed, you could still put warp stabilizer over top. Don't count on warp stabilizer. I've actually counted on it before. Like I used to just literally do videos like this. I would just film holding with 1 hand even, and just it would literally be shaking this much, and I'll just be like, okay, you know what, warp stabilizer will save it. You know, if it's too shaky, warp stabilizer just does some weird, wonky, funky things that your video is just gonna look like as if it's zooming in and zooming out, because essentially what warp stabilizer does is it kind of zooms in a little bit to take away the outside of the shake. Usually the jitters are on the outside of the video, so on the borders of the video is where you see the shakes, and that's what essentially warp stabilizer releases. But if your shakes are like literally this big, your warp stabilizer is having a hard time doing it, and it just looks like as if like your video is just zooming in and out and it just looks trippy. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to click the red subscribe button if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more. Also check out my Instagram and Twitter down in the description at Maxim Boyarsky to not miss out on any of my photos, any videos I upload, anything like any music that I upload, because I'm starting to produce music. So if you guys want to see that, definitely check out social media. I'm also going to be starting up a SoundCloud and extra music channel to post everything on there. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's video, click the red subscribe button and a like, just so I know that you enjoyed it, because I'm going to be coming out with more videos like these. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.